Thank you, Supervisor. The pandemic, as we know, created a lot of stress in our society and especially affected a lot of our small businesses and our nonprofits. Many organizations saw a drop in funds that they did each year in terms of raising money, in terms of memberships, a very stressful time. We were fortunate that the federal government had an ARPA program, American Rescue Plan Act, and we took several $millions that we received from the federal government, and we're putting those dollars back in the form of millions of dollars to our local nonprofits and small businesses that not only help them survive through the pandemic, but thrive in today's day. And we're lucky and fortunate that the Alzheimer's Foundation of America is here, and we are happy that we are going to award them $49,000 to help support their organization. And we have, I want to say Senator Fischello, I'm still programmed to say that, but they do such a fantastic job. They're great partners with the town of Babylon, and you want to hear a little bit more about what you guys are up to?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just to let you know, we purchased the former convent at Dominican Village right across the street, Shaliga Boulevard and Albany Avenue, and we're making, and this is because your supervisor, Rich Schaefer, and Jerry Compatello really wanted us, when we were looking for a facility, to be in the town of Babylon, and that's why we're here. We're making a $4 million investment in the town, and because we really believe in what the elected officials are doing here. And at the end of this year, in December, the construction will be completed, and in January, we're going to be opening up one of the largest day therapeutic and dementia training centers for people with Alzheimer's and related dementias right here in the town of Babylon, and we're very excited about that. These funds will be dedicated solely for that facility, and we thank the town for their support. We originally started with building a respiratory care relief park right here in their park, and they've been a great partner, and without them, we wouldn't be here. So thanks so much for your support.
And by the way, they also not only did the park, but if you notice the beautiful lights that light up the pathway around the lake, which everybody loves to go walking and jogging, that was also courtesy of the association. So we can't say thank you enough to you and your team, Chuck.
Glad to be part of it. Thank you.
John, you want to join us, and Mike and RJ?
Up there for a picture?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do for a picture? Up there?
Up there, right? Deb, is that good? Under the seal?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do it up there. Sure. Steve.
Yes.
Can I have one more person on this end, please?
You go wherever you want. You're really, we're just this.
Okay. Is Mindy here? Mindy, come on up. So for the second year in a row, our Town of Babylon employees have won an award for Car Free Day, which was held back in September. And all municipalities, businesses were invited to have their staff members figure out how they could lessen the amount of driving time on one particular day. I think it was September 22nd. And people had to commit, sign up, and our team in environmental control, led by Brian Zatani, and we have our intern Joe Russo, who's an intern from Hofstra University, as well as Greg Gaxiola, who is in Japan on vacation. Yeah, feel bad for him, right? I hope he sees this on the video. And so I wanted to ask Mindy to make a special presentation because she's got the award.
I just want to congratulate the town of Babylon. In total, 169 employees took the pledge to drive less and embrace other forms of mobility, whether it's public transportation, walking, biking, carpooling. We're really proud of the leadership, and we're also grateful because the town of Babylon serves as a mentor and an inspiring partner to all of our towns and municipalities across the island. So on behalf of Paul Spreer from 511 New York Rideshare and myself from Transit Solutions, we kind of co-chair Car Free Day Long Island. We just wanted to issue this certificate to the town of Babylon.
Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brian, you want to say anything? You started here before there were cars, right?
I invented them. Again, this was thanks to all the town employees who went for this. This program was in its 12th year. Last year, we took a major incentive where it's about time the town stepped up, motivate our employees. So this is our second year taking it. A lot of credit also goes to Jerry Compatello, our town clerk, where we started working with her. We did the Food Truck Fridays, which was a big incentive to get the employees out. Couldn't get you in the dunk tank this year. That made a big difference last year. But
Tony, right? You did the dunk tank?
you, both of you, yeah. So this, again, very happy. We made it 2 years in a row. Already planning for our third year. Going to do the hat trick. So don't want the employees to let us down. And again, very happy we were able to, get this award and hit that number.
By the way, I didn't do the dunk tank because they cheated. So you have to throw the ball at the thing that the latch that hits it and you fall in. They just kept running up and hitting. So for a half hour, I just kept being dunked. So I said, no cheating. So next year I'll do it if they don't cheat, okay?
They also put 100 pounds of ice in there, too.
They did put 100 pounds of ice. So let's, we'll go right up here and take a picture. You guys want to join us? John, you want to?
Amityville. I'm sorry, Lindenhurst.
No, it's crazy. They were mean and nasty. So we have our Ron Klusner Excellent Award, Outstanding Employee of the Month. And this is for September 2024. So Sarah, come on up. So Sarah Raymond. So Sarah is relatively new, right?
Yes,
How new?
March of 2023.
March of 2023. So Sarah came to us and she works in the assessor's office. And as you know, the assessor's office is extremely busy. It's the place where everybody comes to try and get a reduction on their taxes, right? And most of the time they're happy, right? Usually. But after they get done dealing with Sarah, they're very happy. And we've received email correspondence about the job that you've done. We've heard from your fellow employees, obviously, who nominated you to be Employee of the Month. And I know myself and the members of the town board, the other elected officials, are grateful because we all know that March 1st is the deadline, and usually that lead up to that, people get very stressed, particularly seniors, if they're missing a document or they're trying to get everything in order. And we've got a great team up there. We're our assessor's office staff members and our assessor, Matt Cronin. And so, Sarah, we want to thank you for leading the way and doing such a terrific job in such a short period of time. So I can tell you that the lives that you have helped and made a difference in is the main reason why you're receiving this award, and because you're a wonderful person and a great member of the team here in the town of Babylon. You want to say something? No? Okay. And we have the cookies. So Sarah gets the cookies. These are baked by our horticulturist, Jenny Alsheimer. And Jenny, those are to either be taken home or shared. John, you want a cookie? No. I'm sure they're great. So can we take a picture up here? Yeah. And we'll get all the assessor's office staff. Mayor Adams, would you mind joining us? Was that good? Like Sarah? So on this side, too? Jerry, you want to come on over here? All right. For the record. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
All right, so our next presentation is in honor of Italian American Heritage Month. I'm happy that several years ago we started implementing a vote by the town board, which is always supported unanimously, marking the month of October Italian American Heritage Month. And we also light up the cupola above Town Hall and the Italian American flag colors, because it's always important that we always remember our shared Italian American culture. And just want to recognize some of the elected officials that are here who joined us to recognize our honorees. Babylon Village Mayor Mary Adams is here. New York State Assemblyman Mike Durso. Our Suffolk County Comptroller John Kennedy. Lindenhurst Mayor Mike Lavarado is here. He had to step out for another appointment. And R.J. Renner. I think he's here on behalf of Kevin McCaffrey, our legislator, who mysteriously is not here. McCaffrey, Italian American Heritage Day, so I think I'm not going to hold that against him. But R.J. Renner. Oh, we went to the Mets game. Oh, there you go. All right. He didn't want anybody to know that, by the way, just letting you know that. Also want to thank Mario's Bakery in Babylon Village, supplying us with nice cannolis today, so you're all welcome to have some. And so today we're recognizing 3 honorees who really give so much to the Italian-American community. The first one up that I want to recognize is Tom Lupo. So Tom is the National First Vice President of the Order of the Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. He also held national roles such as Financial Secretary, Treasurer, and Chairman of the President's Cabinet. He always brings his love of Italian heritage and leadership excellence to every endeavor. He's been a member of the Sons and Daughters of Italy since 1984. He's worked in the financial sector for 39 years with Standard & Poor's, and now we're fortunate he's joined public service, working for our Suffolk County Comptroller, John Kennedy. So join me in welcoming Tom Lupo as our first honoree. I also know that John, our Comptroller, has a few words he'd like to say, so come on up.
Well, Councilman Mineta, thank you so very much, and thank you to the town board. I have to tell you, I'm genuinely impressed with the array of honorees that you have today, but no surprise, Mr. Supervisor, Babylon Town always goes ahead and brings it well. So we know our residents are in good stead. And I'm joined actually with my administrative assistant, a Babylon Town resident, Deidre Wyman. I have her, but she does a great job. I cannot say enough, actually, about all 3 of your honorees today. But Tom Lupo, I've had the great fortune to call a friend and a mentor, actually, for the last decade. Many of you in this room know he is a man to emulate and a role model for all. Quiet, but absolutely pristine when it comes to any endeavor, and especially, above all, the finances associated with an outstanding organization. I've had the honor of being in elected office for 20 years, but a municipal employee for 47. And I go back to one of my mentors, Ed Romaine, and going to Sons and Daughters of Italy events all the way back in the late 80s and the early 90s. And the thing that always impressed me about the events was the focus on education. It is indisputable that this organization raises funds and puts its money where its mouth is in support of higher education across the board. They know education has been the pathway to success for so many, and they are tireless in their efforts to go ahead and pursue it. Tommy's been at the tip of the spear all the way to the national level. He is absolutely, I don't know how to put it into words, just a joy to work with, and he is my director of operations. He actually keeps me where I need to be day in and day out. Couldn't do the job without him. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
How much time do I have, Anthony? 30 seconds. Anthony's been a role model since he became a councilman here in Babylon. You heard some of the things he's been doing. And not to take anything away from Anthony, I told him earlier, I said, Babylon, I'm in the order 40 years, you heard that, 1984, I don't keep track of that, but as far as I can remember, every time Constantino Bermidi had an installation, and that's our largest lodge in Suffolk County, Rich or Steve Ballone would bring the entire, well, I don't know if they brought it, but the entire council would show up. I mean, I can't say that about any of the, what do we have, 10 towns in Suffolk County? Babylon has always been there supporting the Italian community. That's right, give him a hand. And Anthony does it for a good reason. He wants to ensure that the younger generations, because our mission has changed dramatically from the turn of the century when we were about, do I have a minute? When we were about basically helping Italian immigrants become U.S. citizens. We provided health care services, which they had none back then. We supported Italian community in terms of being able to bury their dead, care for the sick, as I said, and give them educational opportunities and just help them to assimilate into the American culture. Today, we're about preserving our heritage and culture. America is a great mosaic, and the Italian community is concerned about maintaining that role. And I think our government officials are doing an outstanding job in doing that. Not just the Italian community, they celebrate every culture, and I hope they continue to do that. And I hope they spend more time with the Italian community than any of the other cultures. But McCaffrey's not here. I just want to say, the Suffolk County Legislature on October 1st, for the first time since 1989, when Italian Heritage and Culture Month was approved or proclaimed by both Congress and George the Father, H.W. Bush. And a proclamation was presented to the order on October 1st, declaring Italian Heritage and Culture Month, October, obviously. And he's not here yet, but he quibbed that, why did it take so long for the Italian community to make that recognition? So I'm already on here too long. Let me thank the town and all elected officials for supporting all the great cultures that we have here in America. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And just want to recognize Brenda from Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre's office. Thank you for joining us. Our next honoree is Sabrina Savino. Sabrina. All right. So Sabrina is the president of the Sons and Daughters of Italy Constantino Bramiti Lodge in Deer Park. She joined the lodge in 2009, was elected president in 2013. She sits on the nominating bylaws committees of the New York State Lodge and on the Long Island Columbus Day Parade Committee, including the role of parade recording secretary. The parade is this Sunday in Huntington, by the way, everybody. So if you want to come down and celebrate your Italian heritage, that's the day to do it. And the Bramiti Lodge, as you can see everybody here, they are such an intricate and important part of the town of Babylon community. So let's give the lodge a round of applause. They are tremendous partners. Whenever we have initiatives that we want to join forces with, they're always there. This year's 7th annual Pasta and Sauce Drive that my office is hosting and coordinating, and we already have probably thousands of pounds flowing out of the conference room in the council office, and the Bramiti Lodge always joins us in that, so thank you. And of course, our Italian Food Festival, our first one that we had, you guys co-hosted it, so thank you. We set the date for this May, so mark your calendars. You could look forward to that. So Sabrina, thank you so much for everything that you do for the local community. We appreciate you, and congratulations on being an honoree this year.
Thank you. It is an honor to be here today. Thank you so much to my Bramiti Lodge family and my blood family. Thank you all for being here. We are the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. I'm with the Constantino Bramiti Lodge in Deer Park. And if there's anybody here that's Italian and not a member, I have applications in my car. It's truly an honor to do this. It's all about our pride. It's about a positive image of Italian Americans, because there's plenty of negativity out there. So we are about a positive image and raising money for charities and scholarships. So thank you all. Thank you to Town of Babylon, Brother Anthony, Supervisor Rich, and the entire council. I thank you.
On behalf of the membership, congratulations.
Florist Tom Lupo, thank you. Sal Mangano. How you doing, Sal? Good seeing you. Speaking of florists, family florist. There you go. And our next honoree, before we get to that, I want to recognize one of our original honorees that we did a couple of years ago. So this is our second time we're doing this program. The first one we did was during COVID, and one of our honorees was at that time the New York State president of the Sons and Daughters of Italy, a fantastic guy, really a national model, and that is Anthony Naccarato. And last but certainly not least, our next honoree is Joe Verdicchio. Joe. Joe is a third-generation Italian-American. He's proudly upheld the traditions of his family from Naples and Sicily. Wow, that's a combat in your head probably all the time between, oof, man. Embodying the values of family and community and charity passed down through generations. Joe's been a devoted resident of Deer Park for over 55 years, having moved here at the age of 7, and contributing to the fabric of the community ever since. Joe is a 30-year active member of the Knights of Columbus Council, 4428, including his tenure as Grand Knight from 2019 to 21, where his leadership initiated numerous charitable drives. Joe and the Knights have partnered with me on an annual toy drive for the Emily Meyer Foundation, which really does a fantastic job. And just before this, Joe and the Knights contributed hundreds of pounds of pasta and sauce for the local food pantries, including St. Cyril's, who we're going to be donating to this year. So Joe, thank you very much. So without further ado, Joe. Thank you.
Honored guest, Councilman Mineta, Rich, I want to thank my Knight brothers for being here today. Congratulations to Sabrina. The Sons of Italy and the Knights have worked together on a few charitable projects. And to jump on what Sabrina said, we always have to keep the positive image of Italians. My dad oozed being Italian. Sunday morning, you listened to an Italian hour before church. You had sauce on the stove. Had to go to church. Well, we had to go to church. There was no doubt about it. Came back and listened to the rest of another Italian hour. And my father always stressed to me about tradition. And he used to quote from Fiddler on the Roof, and he said, "Without tradition, we have nothing." And I have carried many of the traditions of my grandparents and my parents into my family. And my 3 boys with their 2 wives and one supposed to be married soon, they carry that tradition and look forward to the different things that we do for holidays and religious observances, which tie in. I always thought Catholics were only Italian. But because every saint day there's a different food or bread, right? But to keep that positive image of Italian Americans and of Italian heritage is what we have to strive to do. Again, thank you all for coming. Thank you to our honorees, and thank you, fellas. Appreciate it.
So just for the inside story, Joe's son, Mike, is our newest park ranger. He's the unmarried one, so. But I met his girlfriend at his academy graduation, and she is wonderful. She works in the U.S. Attorney's Office, so Joe, you better watch out. But congratulations to all the honorees, and we'd like to take a quick snapshot, if you wouldn't mind. Good? Oh, Mike, did you have and RJ, did you want to say something? And Brenda? So we have Assemblyman Mike Durso, who represents part of the town of Babylon. R.J. Renner, who's the Deputy Mayor of the Village of Lindenhurst, is here representing Presiding Officer Kevin McCaffrey, and Brenda Reyes, who is representing our Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre. So, Mike.
Thank you, Supervisor Schaefer. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you to the entire town board. I just wanted to quickly say congratulations to our 3 honorees today. As a member of the legislature in Albany, but also being part of the Italian-American Legislative Conference, I want to thank all of you for everything that you do for the Italian-American heritage and everything you do in your lodges, your councils, and here in our community. So congratulations to all.
On behalf of Presiding Officer Kevin McCaffrey, who's not Italian, I was at a Mets game, double negative, right? I just want to say congratulations to all the winners. I myself am Italian, born and raised. I am Napolitan, I'm Calabrese, and I am Sicilian. So it's a bit of a mix. Don't ask 23andMe if I'm Italian, though. That thing says something different. But I was born in a family that respected Italian culture, that every time we went to my grandparents' house for dinner every week, my grandfather would sit at the table and he would grab the gallon jug of wine and we'd cut up the peaches and he'd tell you how Italians built America. It was the Italians that did this. It was the Italians that did that. And I'm very proud of my heritage, as you all are as well. And the people that were selected to win today are great examples of our Italian heritage. And I want to congratulate them, and thank you so much for having us.
Just one more. We have from the New York State Grand Lodge, First Vice President Arthur Spiro would like to make a presentation.
Hi. Thank you, Anthony. Sorry, that's my aunt sitting in the first row there. On behalf of the Grand Lodge of the State of New York, Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, I'm here representing our state president, Biagio Isgro. He lives in Albany. This was a little bit of a trip for him, so he kind of threw it on me since I'm retired now and I can get around. I've known Tom and I've known Sabrina for a good part of 30 years, maybe even longer. And Tommy and I do a lot of traveling together. We go to a lot of places together. Tommy is a terrific man. I look up to him. He's going to probably be our national president next year at this time. Now, Sabrina, I've probably known just about the same amount of time. Her husband and I joined the Bermude Lodge, I believe it was on the same day. So we've been around a lot. So they're both great people. And to Joe, you don't know this, but I am a member of the Lady of Rosary Council. I've been there for at least 30 years myself. But I'm one of those paper members, unfortunately, because I threw myself into the Sons of Italy. But I just want to give these proclamations to our 3 honorees because they're all great people and they're all very deserving. And I thank you for your attention. Thank you.
I also just wanted to add that I have proclamations. I'm doing double duty. On behalf of my wife, Legislator Leslie Kennedy, who is a Solero Lodge member. So I get the benefit of membership by association. Also, they say that was my salvation. I married Italian. Thank you.
We're gonna take like a group shot. President's assistant. We'll have you come on up. You're good, Deb. Keep it going. Right is right.
This is the public hearing number 2. That's what Joe said.
Oh, is it really? Oh, yeah.
Public hearing number 2
So
with
you're
this.
CC'd, so if you could just forward it to me so I can just
Yes.
copy and paste it?
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
But he printed it out to
Yeah,
make
that's-
sure it goes in. And you have to remind me to do that quite a day today.
Okay, we need some members on.
I'll talk to you later.
Also, I left for you because Jen is so good. All the Roman numerals, what they mean. Isn't she the best?
You're the best.
I thought
Can you put that on
Employee
there?
of the month, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You see, I get confused sometimes.
Well,
They're
it's
not
only
easy.
oral.
They're not, right?
Because
I
if
get
you
it when I
read
go
I mean,
back
the
to like
simple
8th
ones.
grade.
Simple ones, 1 with the 5, you know,
Yeah.
is 4, but, you know, these are a little extra.
Little confused.
A little extra.
Okay, let's, Arthur, help me out.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hold this for you. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Let me see here. Is Mayor Adams getting in? Yes. Yeah. He's coming off the picture. All right. All right. Okay, ready? All right, you want to get up there? Oh, no. All right.
I know, she keeps telling me.
us say hello to Nakaradi.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll get you, it's all written in the proclamation copy, so Stevie will get it to you. Okay. Okay.
No, not that way. Straight. Thank you so much.
Okay, we've got one final presentation that we'd like to make. Gavin, we got the cookies. Ron? This is the Ron Klusner Excellence Award for October 2024. Where is Nick Lombardo? Come on up, Nick. And Vinny and Phil, would you join us up front? So we have Vinny Piccoli, our Commissioner of DPW, and Phil Berdault, our Deputy Commissioner, former Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner in charge of Buildings and Grounds. So Nick Lombardo, I've known for a long time. He is our master plumber. What, you had leaks? Oh, you're good? All right. Josh, did you have leaks? Never? Ever. So, Nick, you were named as our October 2024 Employee of the Month, and the nomination came out of the department. But most importantly, everybody on the town board unanimously agreed with that. And not only because of the work that you've done over the years here at the town of Babylon, but the work that you've done in the community as well. Nick's a small business owner, and we know that small business owners are the backbone of our economy. And so Nick's a Deer Park resident. He's also somebody who, anytime he was called upon, would be there to help the little old lady who needed help, right? The neighbor across the street that you took care of for many years. And there's endless stories of Nick's kindness, generosity, and big heart. And I think the men and women here of the Department of Public Works will tell you that he was a great boss because he finished up as the guy, right? You approve like the overtime and the...
Not so much, but
yeah.
it's these guys.
Those guys? I heard it was you. But he took care of the men and women that work in the department and made sure that they were respected and were recognized for their work as well. So Nick, this comes from us with our love and respect to you for all that you've done here and all that you continue to do with the town of Babylon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
okay?
Josh made me make you say something.
All right. I told Josh I was going to say 2 words. Thank you. No. But thank you, seriously, thank you. I do appreciate this. Thank you.
Oh, and the cookies. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Brownies and cookies from Jenny. Make sure none of those guys get any.
No?
Maybe Rick, but not anybody else.
All right.
So.
Thank you.
You take a picture?
Sure.
And guys, you want to join
Come on,
from
guys, take a picture.
B&G?
Come on.
Come on, get up. Break time is over. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I thought I had something on my plate.
You got it? Yeah. Okay. I need to write one down. Yeah, right. You go down there. Let's move the podium up.
Jen.
Okay, you go first. Maybe you could just get it to me.
Yeah. I have your email. Okay. Perfect.
Oh, there might be one more. This at 2 o'clock.
Michelle, who is it? Riley. Okay, we have one final presentation. One final, Mr. Whitfield. Where is Mr. Whitfield? Oh, here he is. Mr. Whitfield from St. John's, the Baptist High School. And I guess we have a number of... No, but other teachers from the school?
No, nobody else came.
Just that, okay.
Unfortunately, nobody else was able to come.
Okay, but we're going to bring up Kirsten and Riley. And we have seen them before, right? So Kirsten and Riley live they're in the American Venice. What block are you on? East Lido? East Lido Prom. And we recognized these fine young women last year. They worked hard, put together a food drive that they've run now for 3 years? This will be 4th year, right. And they took it upon themselves. So they started when they were probably 12, right? 12 and 13. And their mom had reached out to me. We helped get some donations, people to donate for the effort. And this was all an initiative on their own, because they wanted to do something, and I think the first year was during COVID, right? Or the year after COVID, that we did that. So we decided to induct them into our beautification program. We have a junior ambassadors program that many young people aspire to, and in this case, they are truly fitting of the award. So I'm going to ask Councilman Terry McSweeney, who is the head of our beautification program, and Vassell Moore, who's our Deputy Commissioner in Parks, also does our beautification program, if they wouldn't mind saying a few words and making the presentations.
Thank you, Supervisor. So I'm chairman of the Beautification Society, and one of the greatest things that I love about this job in government is recognizing people like you, specifically the younger generation, because that's how I got my start in government, was giving back to my community. I grew up in a household where it was always, what can you do for someone, and not what they can do for you. And that's what I admire about you girls doing here today, over the past 4 years, is helping those in need. Sometimes those in need are sometimes afraid to ask for help, but the fact that you girls took the initiative and reached out and said, we're here to help, really warms my heart. I know the rest of the town boards are very supportive of everything that you guys do. So we're just here to congratulate you and thank you most of all for what you have done, and to welcome you into the Town of Babylon family as junior ambassadors. So if you can come close. We got you guys some flowers.
Thank you.
All right.
No, that's okay. You should. Yeah, no, you've said it now. You've said it all that we need. It's great.
So the supervisor and myself are going to give you your official pins. Kirsten, okay, this is also yours. And you can wear this pin proudly. And my office is always open. My cell phone number is readily available. And I look forward to working with you guys in the future. And I will be contacting you. Vassell and I will be contacting you to find out if you have any ideas, any concerns that you think that the town board needs to address in helping our community. So thank you again, and congratulations, and welcome to the family. And, oh, I'm sorry. Do you have the thing? Oh. Riley?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And Mom and Dad. Is Mom and Dad here?
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, thank you. Thank you for raising two great young ladies.
Mom, I want to say something, right? Does she ever say that at home? She never knows what to say?
I just want to say thank you. The town of Babylon has been fantastic to my girls, but they get all the credit for this. This really started by them. If you check social media or you're interested, usually the second or third weekend in November, they will be sitting outside 68 East Lido Promenade, accepting donations and packing bags for families in need for Thanksgiving. Last year, they fed 39 families.
Oh, backwards. Yep.
Yeah, we'll put it out on social media.
Oh, I gave.
Okay, can I ask you to all please rise for a salute to the flag?
Liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. I'd ask that you keep in your thoughts and prayers the brave servicemen and women serving our country, both here and abroad, as well as our brothers and sisters in Florida who are about to experience a very horrific storm. And finally, we lost a valued former union leader in the town of Babylon who represented our town's blue-collar workforce for a number of years, Richie Hendershot. May he rest in peace, and please keep him and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta.
Here.
Councilman Martinez.
Here.
Councilman McSweeney.
Here.
Councilman Gregory.
Here.
Supervisor Schaefer.
And I am here. So all five are present. We have a quorum. Just by way of information, today is October 9th, 2024. It's regular meeting of the Babylon Town Board at 3 p.m. If you're here in person and you are interested in addressing the board, we ask you to come up front and file a card with our town clerk. And if you're here in person, meeting is divided up into three sections. Obviously, we just did special presentations. Section regarding public hearings, there are 7 public hearings on for today. The agenda has both consensus resolution as well as regular resolutions. Agendas are available on the table up front. And the third portion is the open portion when residents can come forward and address any matters regarding town government or town services that are not on today's agenda. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel live at 3 p.m. on the 9th, you can utilize the link that's on the channel. That'll take you to today's agenda. And if you're interested in addressing the board on any of the items on that agenda, you can click on the link, and that will take you to a section there. You send us a message with a question or a comment, and one of us will get back to you. If you're watching us at a future day and time on our YouTube channel, you can also utilize that link. It will be live, and you will be able to send us a message and give a comment or ask a question. We will get back to you. I will go into the public hearings. In the first public hearing reference to approving the financing of one 100-foot Pierce Tower ladder with pump and tank by the Wyandanch Volunteer Fire Company. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Martinez to close and reserve. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Second public hearing is public hearing reference to amending the Code of the Town of Babylon, Chapter 153, Multiple Dwellings, Article 1, Rental Units, and Article 2, Accessory Apartments and One-Family Dwellings, and Chapter 213, Zoning, Article 33, Signs. Don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Martinez, seconded by Councilman McSweeney to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Third public hearing is public hearing reference to amending the Code of the Town of Babylon, Chapter 213, Zoning, Article 46, Affordable for Volunteer Firefighters and Ambulance Workers. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Gregory to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Fourth public hearing is public hearing reference to amending the Code of the Town of Babylon, Chapter 186, Article 2, specifically 186-20, 186-21, 186-23, and 186-25. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Gregory, second by Councilman Mineta to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Fifth public hearing is public hearing reference to amending the Code of the Town of Babylon, Chapter 213, Zoning, Article 29, Building and Landscape Maintenance. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Martinez to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. 6, public hearings. Public hearing reference to amending Chapter 3, Article 2, Section 3-4 of the Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Martinez, second by Councilman McSweeney to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. 7th, public hearings. Public hearing reference to amending Chapter 2, Article 4, Section 2-8 of the Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Gregory to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Just my error on public hearing number 2. We wanted to make it part of the record an email we received from Daniel McCarthy of West Babylon, and I think you have that. So we're going to make that part of the record, and I know Councilman McSweeney is going to respond to that. I was also just handed up a card for public hearing number 2. Anthony Macaluso, who is commissioner in the Deer Park Fire Department. Did you wish to put anything on the record, Commissioner? No? So I'll just add you as that you're in support of that resolution for that public hearing number 2. Great. And, oh, okay, no, this is not, right, this is for open portion. Okay, great. So that's it for the public hearings. We'll go into the resolutions. I don't have any cards. Is anybody here wishing to address the board on any of the resolutions on the agenda for today? Seeing none, so we'll go right into the agenda. On the consensus resolution agenda, are there any items that need to be removed from the consensus resolution agenda? Seeing none, take a motion.
I offer the consensus resolution.
Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Consensus resolution agenda is adopted as listed with no changes. We go to the resolution agenda for today.
Oops, sorry.
Resolution 795.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta?
Yes.
Councilman Martinez?
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney?
Yes.
Councilman Gregory? Supervisor Schaefer?
Yes. Resolution's approved. 5 votes in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 796.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Resolution's approved. Resolution 797.
I offer 797.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Resolution's approved. Resolution 798.
I offer resolution 798.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved. Resolution 799.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Resolution's approved. Resolution 800.
I offer resolution 800.
Second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta?
Yes.
Councilman Martinez?
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney?
Yes.
Councilman Gregory?
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer?
Yes. Resolution's approved. 5 votes in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 801.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta?
Yes.
Councilman Martinez?
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney?
Yes.
Councilman Gregory? Supervisor Schaefer?
Abstain. Resolution's approved. 4 votes in favor, 1 abstention. That's it for the resolutions. We'll go to the open portion and to the cards. Anthony Saravillo. Yes, and just state your name and address for the record.
Anthony Saravillo, 274 West Riviera Drive, Lindenhurst, New York. Just a note, I'm Irish.
I'm sorry?
Just a note, I'm Irish.
Oh, okay.
I'm here about the flooding in front of our house. About 5 or 6 neighbors. We have been texting. It's getting ridiculous. We can't live like this. They raised the road to the south. The road to the north is raised higher than us. We're in a valley. To add injury to insult, the town came down. Kathy Gullo's problem, there was property, had a little problem, and they blocked off the drain. Now, I talked to Vinny, he said there's 3 or 4 inches. So now that water cannot drain out of an 18-inch pipe. There's 4 inches, 5 inches. So we sit in a flood for days. And I've spoken to you, I've spoken to Vinny. Something has to be done. They're talking about Section 2, which is going to raise it to the south, to the north of us. We're going to be in a bigger valley.
Okay, good. We'll check with the engineers and find out what they're doing.
And also the boat.
Yeah, the boat, Ron, you want to check with Pat? I know that we're waiting for a scheduling. So we're scheduling with our company that we have on bid to remove the boat.
Is it going to be removed?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, because the owner did not comply with the September 30th date. So we're going to remove it and we'll junk it.
Okay. And the third thing, real quick, is the two sheds.
So the summons was written. I'll find out the date that it was returnable in district court.
Rich, it's 2 years.
Summons was written. Anthony, you and I are not going to go back and forth, all right? So I love you, although you're a Yankee fan. I love you.
I'm a Met fan also. Only if they play each other, I root for the
There you go. So the summons was written. It's returnable in district court. I'll get you the date. I don't have the email in front of me, but you and I constantly email back and forth, correct?
That is correct. But
Good. So what happens is the summons is written, which means that one of the sheds will have to be removed once it's heard in district court.
it is going to take that long.
Doesn't take that long.
Oh, okay.
We'll get a
Also,
date.
the other thing I forgot, Vinny told me that they're waiting for DEC to approve the extension on a pipe.
I'll find out. I don't know that information.
Right. I mean, it's months and months and months that this has been blocked off. Isn't there any way the town can go say, hey, this is 6 inches of pipe they're talking about?
Yep, we'll get you an answer to that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Enjoy the game tonight.
I hope.
Ellie Albert.
Oh, you call me by
By your tennis name, Ellie. Just state your name and address for the record.
Surely. My name's Eleanor Albert.
You could pull that down a little. Yeah.
I'm from 5 Hadley Drive in Wheatley Heights or Wyandanch, whichever you prefer. I came to the board meeting because I have had a flood problem since 1977, which was rectified for the most part until August 8th of this year, when we had that massive rainstorm. I found out that the people on Yukon Court were down here. I saw the town engineer. We met in front of one of the homes, but I wasn't notified that they had come down and spoke at the town board. This past Monday, they put in 4 huge drains on Yukon Court. I had sued the town because I was flooded 27 times through my house, my whole basement, my front. The town, I have pictures, the town knows me because of the suit of Huntington and Babylon. Storm drains were put in because of that suit, all the way down Bagatelle Road, on Conklin, on Weidman Boulevard, and then the Yukon Court was built. And I don't know if they were flooded prior to August 8th, but they got drenched, and so did I. They came down, and storm drains were put in this Monday. But my problem is there is a pipe that was closed on the suit. That there was a easement at one time behind my property, and a pipe going down where Yukon Court is now. It runs through my property, through the street on Hadley into the sump. No one informed me that that pipe was going to be opened and drainage was going to be done on Yukon Court. I found out the last minute. It was done, as I said, this past Monday. I went and saw the gentlemen that were putting it in, and it was an Abneyville company. That pipe was supposed to remain closed on the suit that was filed many years ago.
Okay, we'll have Joe
And
Wilson.
I do have an appointment with the town engineer
Right, but we'll also have Joe Wilson.
on Friday. But I am super concerned. I was concerned about there may be a crack in the pipe, the water that came down there, and that comes down that whole area when it rains is enormous.
Right, so we'll have Joe Wilson, who's our town attorney.
And also, the sump has been redug. I mean, you've been there for like a month and a half or so, every single day, Monday through Friday, digging the sump because of the complaints of the people on Yukon Court.
And the overgrowth in the sump.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So we'll-
Now, I have, this is the first time I've been flooded on the 8th since, for a long time, quite some time. I'm 83 years old now. I'm a little older than everybody on the board. I've been in town for 50 years.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll have Joe work with.
I would appreciate, you looking into this because I am concerned that, as I said, that pipe that runs on my property was closed off as per the suit.
Right, so we'll have Joe Wilson get that information.
So I just wanted to come down and make a statement because no one notified me that anything that was going on.
Right, so
So
we'll have
I appreciate your time. And I do have an appointment with the town engineer on Friday.
Right. So we'll have Joe work with Vinnie Piccoli, who's our commissioner, and Frank, I guess it's Frank Maroney. Frank is our highway engineer, so that's who you probably have the appointment with.
I don't know. I just had the engineer, they made an appointment for Friday at 10
Right.
o'clock.
But we'll have Joe also make sure we get the information from the lawsuit.
Yeah, well, it's many years ago. I could, bring pictures down that I had and just show them, the damage that was done many, many years ago.
Right, but it's important if there was
But-
something in the, as a result.
But as I said, I did get flooded also on the 8th.
Right.
And I'm 83, basement and main floor, right through my house.
Yeah, the 8th was
So I
terrible.
would appreciate somebody looking into this, and you are, but
We will,
I just wanted to be down to report what I had to say.
Great, thank you, and good to see you.
Good to see you too, Rich.
Thank
and
you.
I hope the programs are going well.
The programs are doing very well.
If you need help, just call me.
I will, thank you. Appreciate it. Anyone else wish to address the board? Seeing none, I'll take a motion from Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Gregory to adjourn. All those